welcome back to another episode of Closet Success, where we discuss big-time success stories with small-town people. I'm your host, Jeff Seeberger. I'm with Kelsey Brenneisen, and today we have two Centralia local baseball legends, Garrett Gaetti and Jack Harding. We're filming from the Gaetti Sports Academy facility today in Centralia, Illinois. We couldn't be more proud and more excited to be with you guys today. So thanks a lot.
Thanks for having us.
You
Yeah,
bet.
this is great.
I'm not sure about the legends thing, but that's, we are locals, grown and raised here.
They know a lot of stories about us, so we're good.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the facility is great. I had a chance to kind of walk around, and I know we got some tryouts and some things going on today, and the technology here and just all of the stuff here is phenomenal, state of the art. So well done.
We are real excited about how this place turned out and what we have to offer for the baseball, softball program, actually all sports here. So I'm saying it's amazing. 2 years ago it was just an idea, and then it was a miracle, and it has functioned perfectly. And it's just now that let's get this virus stuff out of here and pack it, and just have everybody coming around. So we've done a lot of stuff, and it's been a lot of fun with the kids. And
that's great.
It's just awesome that we have a place like this.
That's
hard
great.
to believe it's in Centralia.
So, this show is really all about how you get to where you are from a successful standpoint, and really, focusing on the fact you grew up in a small town. How do you guys go from, being a kid in Centralia, Illinois to, becoming a successful athlete, a business owner, investment partner, all of that stuff? How do you make that transition? And maybe what are some traits or some takeaways that you've learned along the way to get to where you are?
Personally, when we're here in Centralia, we stay kids.
Yes, that's what I was just getting ready to say. We stay kids.
No, but growing up here has afforded us the opportunities that we needed to get to that place. His dad was a business owner, and our sports atmosphere here, I guess that was my deal, allowed me to excel. Just being in a small town and having, friends to play sports with all the time, and other people like Fred Pearson that took an interest in our lives, and we were doing something every day. So, Jack may have a different opinion, but I do know this based on what you're saying and what your show's about. It's all about people. And I've missed that at times, being in the big leagues and stuff like that. You realize how many opportunities you have that you miss the opportunity to really bless somebody, and it's all about people.
So Jack, talk a little bit about your upbringing, being in a family-owned business in Centralia. I was the same way, right? What did you take away, or what did you learn through that experience growing up, having a dad own a business?
I learned work ethic. And I was one that may not show up for work because I was out with Gary. You know what I mean?
Jack.
But I learned a work ethic from my father. He was tougher on me than probably anybody. But I think that's what it is. And you learn family, and you learn how to work with people. Mm-hmm. And that was a big key for me, is to be able to communicate with people and work with people. And I love the community.
What do you think that every successful person has in common?
My first initial thought when you said that was just a heart for what they do,
Passion?
Passion, the heart issue. It's like, do you have the passion to do basically what your God-given abilities are? Mm-hmm. Are you willing to, pursue it? Determination, and I think determination is a big deal when it comes to sports and even business. It's almost like some of that you will yourself to do that.
Yeah.
I think it's really an issue of heart.
When did you know that you were going to be a major league golfer? At what point in your life did you grow up and go, I got this, I can do this?
Honestly, when I really realized that I could play in the big leagues, I knew I was pretty good, and I'd been to a really good college program. But I don't know if Jack was with me at the ballpark. We used to be able to go to Busch Stadium and you could just go in.
Yeah.
And you could chase down foul balls, and now it's packed house all the time. But I went to watch a game over there, and the Cardinals were playing the Phillies, and I saw Pete Rose playing third base. I was sitting by third base, and I was watching the film. I'm like, I got a better arm than he does. I can throw it across there just like that, So it's like you're kind of comparing yourself to. No, I'm not comparing myself to him. He's awesome.
I understand.
I hit more homers, but You know, I had a better arm, but he, you know, he was Charlie Hustle, and he was the epitome of what a baseball player is supposed to be. So I'm saying, when I realized that, I said, you know what, I think I might have a chance. I didn't really.
How old were you then?
18.
18. So you're a senior in high school.
Well, freshman in college, probably. Yeah,
Okay.
So, but,
All right.
yeah, I mean, I didn't ever go out there thinking that, you know, I thought I could, didn't know how it was going to unfold, you know,
Yeah.
all through college and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I just
Yeah.
kept playing at the higher levels, you know.
Yeah.
I graduated from the Buds to, you
Yeah.
know,
I understand.
the Legion
I
to Buds
understand.
to Clinton County Carlisle.
Jack still plays for the Buds.
Oh, yeah.
He's still got,
He is the legend.
he's their closer, I think.
He's awesome.
So you know, you guys are in a coaching role now. You're now on the other end of the spectrum, where young folks are coming in, wanting to get educated and get trained and developed by you. So knowing what you both know in business and in sports, what is it that you would tell a young person coming into today about how they can be successful? I mean, coaching isn't just about teaching them how to field a ground ball or hit a ball or whatnot. It's really, in my opinion, about developing a person. So how do you do that through sports? How do you do that?
We get to know our athletes. We get to know our athletes really well first. And, you know, everything's not serious.
Yeah.
But we want to learn here, and we want to give them tools to be better in situations. And I think that just with the heart that he's got and the heart that Kirk Reeder's got and all of our coaching staff here, you wouldn't believe just what we can do by just talking to a young athlete and experiencing what they go through. So,
Yeah.
and when we do that, we can teach from that. So when we share with them and they share back with us, we can teach them
Yeah.
what to expect, because we've been down that road.
Well,
There are
so,
so
you know,
many
with this show being about success, and a lot of times fear is a part of that. How many times have you feared something where it actually came true? Does it ever happen? Have you ever feared something to the magnitude in which it actually happened?
Well, my dad was going to whoop me when he got
Yeah.
home, and I feared that, and it happened. So I guess I could say it did
One
happen.
time in your life, that's good.
So
But oftentimes, you know, the things we think about, especially starting a business, you mentioned having some fear about, you know, maybe what the future looks like. Oftentimes that fear never really happens.
it doesn't. I don't think so. And that's part of getting more mature in our lives. And I think that once we realize that fear doesn't bother us as much as we get older. We know it's there and we know how to deal with it. And I was always taught that you just work through it.
Yeah.
Just keep working, keep trying.
Yeah.
You know, if you get down, get up. You know, I'm not going to go off on that, but
Yeah.
if you get down, get up and keep trying.
Yeah.
And, you know, that overcomes a lot of fears.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I had some fears that I was going to strike out a couple times, and I did.
Yeah.
It did come true.
No. You know, when I have fears, I learn from Kirk Reeder and Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
So,
I think there's so much failure in baseball and sports in general that, you know, I think you have to deal with it. You know.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
just a
do what
means
you
to
do.
an end,
Yeah.
essentially,
I mean,
right?
there's some real life stuff that, you know, fearful times, but you can't live like that, really.
No, you
know,
cannot live in fear.
You have to face it a lot of times, and you can see the anxiety and the wheels turning in the younger kids, and you know, that's why I always get to that place where it's like, you know, I see it happening, and I'm just saying, don't make me play this card. I've been there, done that, you know.
Yeah.
So don't make me play that trump card up there.
So
I
what
do-
would you say to somebody who's watching the video and they're maybe fearful about starting a business, or they're fearful about trying out, or they're fearful about something that they haven't done yet? How would you tell them through video how to overcome the fear?
I guess you have to be, you know, educate yourself as much as you can, but it's like, what's the worst thing that could happen? And at the end of the day, you know, we're going to go play ball or something like that. So what's the absolute worst thing that could happen?
Yeah,
You know, when you think about it,
sure.
you know, I mean, the anxiety and all that's just in your mind swirling around about questions that you have that haven't been answered yet, basically.
But that's the thing, you know, you said it's all in your head, and a lot of times it is.
It
It's
is.
just that thing in your head that you know tells you can't do something when in reality you haven't tried yet, so maybe you can. Right?
exactly. Yep.
So we got a couple of fun questions that my nephews knew that I was visiting with you guys today, and so they said, Uncle Jeff, can you ask some questions for us? So I said, sure. What kind of questions would you want? So my oldest nephew is Greer. He's 9, and he wanted to ask you guys, what sports did you ever play outside of baseball as a kid, or did you play other sports besides baseball as a kid?
I tried to play everything.
Yeah.
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 I played football, basketball, golf, run cross country.
Tennis.
I didn't wrestle. You wrestled.
I did
didn't you?
wrestle, football, basketball.
I think that's the only thing I didn't do that he did was wrestle.
Yeah.
I didn't wrestle.
Dick Carpenter was the coach back
Yes,
then?
Dick Carpenter.
He's my neighbor.
Isn't that
Yeah.
amazing?
I don't
Yeah.
know Carter.
Coach Carpenter.
And then,
Great guy.
And then we played cards a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, we considered that a sport after hours, didn't we?
Poker?
Well, cars.
That's good. That's good.
Cards.
So Patton, he's 7, okay? And he wants to know, what are your favorite things to do outside of baseball or outside of coaching at the academy? What do you like to do outside of this?
I have been a member of a deer camp in the swamps of Louisiana that I love deer hunting. Actually, we hunt everything down there, but I really like to deer hunt. I like to fish, but I haven't fished a lot. You know,
Okay.
And I really, Joni and I have a hibiscus jungle in our backyard. We've joined the National Hibiscus Society, so we love our plants too. So
Jack, what do you like to do outside of this, man?
Grandson, granddaughter, new granddaughter. So
Congrats.
they fill my life a little bit. And, I just enjoy being at home, cutting grass.
yeah, I say cut grass.
I got some acres that I cut, and sometimes it's a little time consuming with what I'm doing here, but
Sure.
I enjoy that. I really do. And my dad got like that too. He was like that at the end of his life, where he just liked cutting grass and
Something
you s-
therapeutic about it.
You
isn't it?
cut
It
that
is.
grass,
It
and
really
then
is.
you sit in your chair and you look at it, and you thought, "Man, I've really done something here," and it looks good. It
Does it look
looks
like
good.
Busch Stadium in the outfield?
Yeah, kinda.
You
Yeah.
got the lines going?
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So I like doing stuff like that.
So
We'll
do you
go.
guys, do you still watch baseball? I mean, I know you do, Jack, obviously, but, as a player, are you able to sit down and watch it?
Well, it doesn't seem like I have the time to sit down and watch it. You
Yeah.
know, I like to listen to it on the radio. I
Mm-hmm.
really do, and I get a little frustrated when I'm watching.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on who I'm watching. I always like the big series and stuff like that. You watch just on a day-to-day basis. I don't have time to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching more Little League ball than I am
Sure.
big league ball, and you're still in there experiencing the action. Once you've been there and you're not in there experiencing it, it's a little bit different.
It's a little different.
You
Yeah.
know, and I find myself, just being frustrated and somewhat critical, because every era is a little bit different, and
Yeah.
get frustrated when I see guys just give up and walk back to the dugout instead of trying to hit. But
Sure.
I didn't know until I got here. He was did 2 triple plays in the same game,
Yeah.
and
And still lost the game 1-0, I think.
yes, we did. We did. You're right.
That's great.
so there's always something new that comes up that I learn every day about. Well, Kirk Reeder also, and Gary, and just being around these guys this is fantastic for me. To sell a business that you worked hard all your life with, and to play baseball the rest of your working career.
Yeah.
So that's the way I look at it, and be around kids, and I can be a kid. This is great. So Dad,
It's a
been-
beautiful thing, and
Yes,
that's
it
what
is.
sets us apart from a lot of other facilities, is that we've trained all our instructors. They're teaching me and Jack what we want taught. Never turning down any any good ideas, but I'm saying that's what makes it so special.
Right.
I'm not here, Jack's here. If Jack's not here, Jim's here. If Jim's not here. I mean, it's just
It's the culture.
it's a beautiful thing that we pick up right where we left off with all the kids. So there's continuity, and I think there's some security in that for the kids and the parents. And I've never heard of it being done that way before.
But if
It
you
all
could
started-
go to dinner with anyone tonight, who would it be and why?
I wish I'd answered this question one other time before it was asked to me. I think I'd like to go to dinner with Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, I like racing and
That's
stuff.
cool. Yeah.
like that.
That's a good answer.
Now mine's going to be kind of on the different side.
Okay.
All right, my mom and dad's passed, so I would say my mom and dad. And I can't say Gary or Kirk because they're here, right?
He would go anyway.
So then I'm going to say my wife, and I'm going to be safe. All right.
Good answer.
So, yeah, my mom and dad and my wife. How's that
Oh,
sound?
that's great,
Jack
man.
with all the good answers.
That's great.
I
Fan
thought you were gonna say
favorite.
something like Moses or
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Moses would be a
Tory.
good one,
Huh?
for sure, for sure. Well, guys, thank
Good
you very
stuff.
much for being here. It's really awesome
Thank you.
to get to know you guys a little bit
Thanks
more
for having
personally,
us.
and thanks for the time. You got a great facility here, and wish you all the best and everything
Sure
business.
appreciate that.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Closet Success, where we discuss big time success stories with small town people. This episode was with Gary Gaetti and Jack Harding at the Gaetti Sports Academy here in Centralia. Please come and visit them. You'll be happy that you did. It's a phenomenal facility. We hope you got something from this episode like the rest of them. And check out our YouTube channel, Closet Success. Thank you.
Bye.